Good morning, coin jammers. I've got another wonderful little piece of history to show you today. This is our awesome 2012 Shaw's Under Siege packaging. When this came out by the Royal Mint, it was about an RRP of $25. And you should have got one at the time. If I ever saw it again, I would get it straight away. The detail on this is just amazing. And whilst it should be all about the coins, I think you know by now that I am very much a packaging girl. Love the story, the history, and what's behind it, particularly since, to be honest, I'm probably a little uneducated on these kinds of things because this was not my time period. And it's not something that, that I would know much about if it wasn't for my coins. So let's have a look and see what this one's about. It's done in this just gorgeous spy, confidential government packaging, which I love a little bit of secret squirrel. And when you open it up, inside there are 3 coins on card. Now, kudos to these guys who designed this, because there's 3 cards. There's one on the left, there's one in the middle, and there's one on the right. And what that means is even over time, it's minimized damage to the cards and the coins because it's actually quite flat and the coins aren't rubbing against each other. So a huge well done for the designers on this one. There's just so much about this tiny collection that is just awesome. So what this package really is about is the actual bombings in Australia in World War II. So obviously a lot of hardship no matter what in any war period, but it's the actual impact, if you excuse the pun, of the bombings in Australia. So let's start with this one. This is a 20-cent piece, and these coins are just phenomenal. I absolutely adore them. So this one's Air Raid Shelter. Can you see that? Bombings of Australia, 1942. So this is not only sort of recognising the fact that, the armed forces were fighting at the time, but also of the work and the hardship that a lot of people underwent, rations of food, clothing, etc. during that time period. And frankly, for Australia, the scariness of actually having bombs on their territory, which was not something I think that was kind of expected. Okay, here's our beautiful 50-cent piece. If we turn this one around, now this is just an amazing coin. If you can see there, it actually showcases what the 100+ bombings did and where they landed. So we've got down south in Sydney Harbour, but mostly in Darwin. Okay, up in northern Australia. Not sure why they're bombing Darwin, but maybe they don't know Australia very well. There's not too many resources and people up there, but there you go. I'm pleased that they focused up there rather than somewhere else, which could have been a lot more tragic. Not saying it wasn't, but yes, anyway. So here it says more bombs were dropped on Darwin that day than had been dropped on Pearl Harbour. So quite a significant part of history. And when reading about this, there seems to be some, not conspiracy theory, but the fact that these bombings were kind of kept under wraps. I'm not sure if they were really kept under wraps or if there just really wasn't the social media around at the time. So again, don't call me on that, but a lot of things happening there. So at the time, as you can see, this is an unlimited mintage release. I haven't actually been able to find the numbers for the final release, but looking at the prices now for this package, you're looking about $60, $70, maybe less if you really hunt around, if you can find them. I'd say that it wasn't too high numbers on that one. And here's our final 20-cent piece. Go, if we can get that in there. Bombing of Australia, 1942. So an absolutely gorgeous release. I think Royal Australian Mint did a wonderful job on this. So I think it's worth getting into your collection if you do collect anything to do with war and your coins. This one is kind of a no-brainer. It's awesome. So there we go. So take a look at those. If there's anything else you'd like to know, let us know. Please feel free to add some stuff in the comments. Just a really short one on another piece of awesomeness from the Royal Australian Mint. Keep it coming. We've got plenty more coming up, plenty more videos, plenty more noodles, new coins, old coins, and lots more. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll speak to you soon. Thanks for listening.